The Bitcoin price has just seen a golden cross and is still potentially traveling within a parabolic staircase formation. Could this potentially lead to new all-time highs at some point later this year? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin. So this is absolutely beautiful here, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin has once again retested the ceiling of the prior stair, and we are seeing a new tentative support being found right now. This is quite significant here, in my opinion, because this has been the pattern that Bitcoin has been following since our breakout back in January of 2020, right? So we saw that after our first test up, we had our first resistance level. After taking it out, we back tested, used that ceiling as the new floor, then ripped through. Same thing. After breaking this resistance here, then we tested up, found a new resistance, back tested, made it the floor. And right now, my friends, ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan, we've seen this potentially occur here once again. The real question now becomes, does this trend have enough gas in the tank to get us above this old high? Now, if we do switch over to our line chart, you could see that, just to preface, the line chart only accounts for candle body closes. That's why I switched. This doesn't account for wicks, because if we use wicks here, right, you could see that, sure, the wicks did technically go to a new higher high, right? But if we actually go back and discount the wicks and only look at the candle body closes, we could see here that we are still technically under what appears to me to be a very long-term macro resistance trend line, albeit on the line chart we are at a new higher high, but still here we are at an area of potential critical resistance, in my opinion. Let's get this crypto. So now when we go back here, what I want you guys to understand is that this pattern could very well still be playing out. We also now, if you notice here, have had a golden cross. The 50 and the 200-day moving averages have crossed. The 50 going above the 200-day. I would like to see this 200 sloping upwards right now, but the fact of the matter is here is it looks quite neutral to me. The price action has been very bullish on this parabolic staircase. And for me, this really does look like a good thing. The problem here, my friends, is that you can sometimes get a fake out when this occurs. And the reason for that is we should all know by now that Bitcoin tends to, have a little bit of shenanigans. There tends to be some shenanigans that play out inside these markets when the volume is low and the liquidity is low. An example of this would be the death cross right here, which some will argue, oh, Kirby, but they weren't both slanting down. For me, my friends, this still was a significant retail trader indicator here. We saw this all over social media, that this was the death cross, and then what do you know, boom, soon as all of the retail traders place their shorts, you wind up seeing an immaculate short squeeze of up to 42% in one day. I mean, this was an absolutely crazy candle there. We saw that. So keep it on your radar that right now this is a very, very hot indicator right now. Every moon boy and their brother is screaming about the golden cross. And it is valid. I mean, that is valid. And we've seen throughout time that this indicator, this cross, has led to some immaculate price swings to the upside throughout Bitcoin's history. I'm not going to discredit that. I'm just going to state that in today's market environment, we have seen that there are some shenanigans being played by larger entities in this space when such blatant indicators come into play here. So keep it on your radar that, yes, this all looks very healthy and bullish to me. Do I expect that there could be some shenanigans that occur here? Absolutely. So now that we've got this all covered, where does Bitcoin need to get to be healthy, in my opinion? Well, we need to get back above this prior high here. And the reason I'm saying this is that this one in particular needs to, in my opinion, play out like all of the rest here. And by that, I mean that we're going to see several days of green follow-through action after finding support at the old ceiling, right? After finding the new floor, all throughout this pattern, we've seen several days in a row of further upside action without a pullback. So today is the first day that we've got this bounce off of this new potential floor. And if this were to act like we've seen it act the prior several times, we would now be looking for several days of continued upside action. And if that occurs, I mean, for me, ladies and gentlemen, it does appear that the parabolic staircase is in full effect and bringing us above this old prior high here, bringing us up here, then looking to consolidate again with the prior top here around 10,500 to potentially become the new floor. And if this staircase can continue, my friends, this would look very, very bullish in my opinion. So that's what I'm looking for there. Things to take into consideration, the RSI has cooled off a little bit. Definitely nice, right? I wanted to see it get out of this overbought region, get out of these bearish divergence creation zones, right? Where we've been seeing, things that really didn't look quite nice. Then seeing this here as well, the momentum go a little bit red, and now it's better, right? The indicators have cooled off. That's what I wanted to see. If we go over to the 4-hour as well, we did find a nice bounce almost into oversold territory, which was beautiful, especially in confluence here with that old ceiling turning into new potential floor support. And right now, my friends, I mean, I don't see anything here that looks overwhelmingly bearish to me, except for the fact that we still right now are below this old peak high, right? And this white trend line here that I've had drawn, which has been significant throughout Bitcoin's history, right? Let's get this crypto. So for me right now, my friends, breaking out of this zone here, and by this zone, I want to just show you what I mean. This zone here, this has been almost the macro equilibrium, right? Bitcoin has really just consolidated and chopped within this zone for years on end. And really the majority of the large moves have been when we've exited this area, right? You know what I'm saying? So you see in here, it's just a lot of chop. And then we've had a blow off top above there, blow off top above there, capitulation down here, absolutely savage break of the bear market down here. The large moves have not really occurred within this median middle zone. So if we are to get above here again, this is where I could expect some fireworks. Now, from a realistic bearish perspective, for me, this also here, this zone, if Bitcoin is to break to a new higher high, if there were ever a zone to be a potential blow off top of a market cycle, that say this whole thing winds up being a fake rally, right? And we do continue the bear market. Anything below this higher high here around 14,000, anything in this vicinity, my friends, is fair game, in my opinion, to be the potential zone where we would see a blow off top potentially occur, right? And why am I saying that? Well, purely, we've seen it happen twice now throughout Bitcoin's history, that trading above this very specific zone has seen our blow off top price action. And secondly here, it would still technically be a lower macro high compared to the 20,000 top, the 14,000 top, and still could be on a downward long-term trajectory for Bitcoin if it is to play out like that. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so just keep it on your radar, my friends, that anything is possible there, right? But if you want to actually look at something here, I mean, let's take a peek and let's go to the monthly chart, okay? I want to flip on the monthly and show you guys something here as well. We are on the logarithmic monthly. Right now I want to switch over to the Heikin-Ashi candles. What I want to show you guys here is that for me, this is absolutely beautiful on a monthly perspective, right? We had all of our momentum to the upside, right? These candles, if you're unfamiliar, Heikin-Ashi candles are more so momentum candles rather than regular candles. They're more so like a moving average. We see all the momentum here on the monthly up, followed by a very nice potential bull flag consolidation to the downside. We see that this downward momentum dries up with 2 consecutive candles in a row that closed very close to one another and then stuck in the doji on the Heikin-Ashi, flipping green, followed up now by this potential monthly candle looking to close green here as well, with the price action closing above the prior for a potential bull flag on the monthly. Let's get this crypto. So, there's a lot of promising things here from a bullish perspective, but you always want to keep in mind that it's possible that this all could be a fake out. But with what I'm seeing right now, from a realistic point of view, I don't think that there's too much to be extremely bearish on. I mean, could that be an incorrect hypothesis down the line? Absolutely. There are no certainties or guarantees in trading. It's just looking at what we have in front of us. And for me right now, I'm definitely seeing more from a bullish potential than for a bearish potential, although it's really this area that we're at right now. Is this going to be the zone that is in fact the line in the sand and all of this gets negated? Or is this going to be the final push through here where, wow, everybody begins to get very, very bullish again? We look to take out this macro high, break that downward sloping macro structure of which we've been in now for several years, dating back to 2017. And right now, is this the time where Bitcoin can get super bullish again? That has yet to be seen, although we are beginning to see signs, in my opinion, that that is definitely a real potential possibility, especially with the golden cross occurring now on the one-day time frame, and with this parabolic staircase still potentially looking to be intact for that next leg to the upside. So keep it on your radar. It's really this one-day time frame here. If it's going to continue to follow this pattern the way that it has acted, right, like a fractal over and over again, we would be looking for several days of continued upside action on the daily with a cross of this resistance prior high around 10,500, then a pullback, looking for then a new floor to be built on top of the old ceiling to then look for another leg up. Let's get this crypto. And of course, like I've stated earlier, at that time, we are above my green zone of sideways consolidation of the macro trend into this zone, which is either going to be a heinous blow off top fake out back down to continue the bear market, or the new launching pad to just break long-term market structure, take out this high here, and really, my friends, look to be potentially off to the races to then look to start talking about the potential of going to a new all-time high. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so there's lots of exciting things going on here. I will briefly look at the altcoins here as well. So let me take a look at the altcoin chart here. We'll go to the total cap. And we'll see what's going on, all right? But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. Okay, so very similarly to Bitcoin, this appears to be the spot where we're going to break out and look to take out the macro old swing high, right? Or we're going to get rejected and continue the bear market. I mean, and if we actually flip on our line chart here as well, it looks just even more clean. Touch of support, touch of support, touch of support, then flipped, right? New resistance, potential resistance right now. Are we going to be able to break this, right? And if we break it, back test, hold as new support and look to create the new uptrend. That is what I'd be looking for personally, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's on my radar right now. We've also had the golden cross here. I mean, this one's even better in my opinion. And why is that? Very sharp turn to the upside for the 50 moving average, as well as an upward sloping 200-day to begin the cross as well. Very nice. It's not out of the realm of normalcy either for these for the price action to come back down into the cross at points, right? Seeing something like this and going in between them would be normal, in my opinion, per classical technical analysis theory. So just keep it on your radar here. Very interesting predicament. We are seeing a ton of potential bullishness here. This could be an ascending triangle getting ready to potentially break to the upside, right? Very similar to what we saw back on Bitcoin, actually, at the bottom of the bear market, right? I'll draw this in for you guys here. I'll just draw it quickly like this, right? Higher lows with a flat line of resistance along the top, which led to our breakout of the bear market, right? Looks very similar to me here as well on the altcoin chart for a potential ascending triangle, right, of a series of flatlining resistances with an upward sloping trend line along the bottom for a potential bullish breakout. Let's get this crypto. Coincide that with the golden cross. Coincide that here as well. Let's go back to the candles. We'll look at the longer term here as well. Let's put on our Heikenashis here. Whoa, we are getting a glitch here. Let me take that off. Let's see if this fixes it. I guess we're having a glitch, so let's flip on our Heikenashis here. We could see that right now we still are on all of this green momentum. We have not really had a doji or anything, in my opinion, that signals a potential macro shift in the momentum. If we were starting to get a doji here, even if it was green, could be a little bit alarming, but really until we see this change, I mean, my friends, it still looks quite healthy to me here, in my opinion. Let's get this crypto. So keep your eyes on all of these resistance levels right now, my friends. I think Bitcoin is at the brink of doing something very, very exciting here. I hope that you see that the macro trend to me is at a point here of potential maximum explosion. And that is either going to be that we rip to a new macro high to really potentially turn this into a massive bull market, or, my friends, we are going to see a potential fake out here and continuation of the bear market. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so I know I'm going to be looking to trade this to the best of my ability. I am going to keep you all updated in VIP with every single trade setup idea that I formulate, every potential strategy that I formulate. I will be posting all of that for you exclusively in VIP. So if you are not already in my VIP, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And if you could one last time, my friends, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.